let me record on this session. Okay, so before that we have done 9 successful workshops where people not only from India but across globe they have joined, and people who are also from non-IT background, they have made their career, and today they have successfully changed their career, right, into automation. And before the workshop, people were not liking either automation, not liking Java, not liking doing how to do coding and making a framework. But it is a trainers, I should say, attitude, trainers way of teaching, that today they are very much comfortable into automation, and they are liking automation more in comparison to manual, which they were doing before. And apart from that, as a confidence I on this trainer I have, in any of our 9 automation workshop, I give open challenge to this forum. Any of you can join and take a feedback for this trainer. If the previous member who have attended the workshop, if they are giving even 4.9 out of 5, I will make this workshop completely free for the person, right? So this much of confidence I have on this trainer, the way he teaches, the way he handles the class, the way he manages, and the way he solve all these things. So this is absolutely a complete or unique workshop where we are not covering only Selenium and Java like in the market it happens. We are covering Java, Selenium, API, right, and JMeter. So your performance testing, automation, API, everything is covered. Apart from that, we are covering CI/CD, Agile. So this is, you can say, a complete package. In the same time where people are rushing only for Selenium plus Java, instead of that, here, end of this workshop, you will be a complete automation tester, right? So I'm not taking much time. It's 11:19 now. I welcome Pradeep on behalf of Refer Me Group. He is a really excellent one. And I request to each one of you, ask as many questions as you have, right? Ataullah, you can ask this question. You can ask in the when workshop demo will start. So end of the demo you can ask the question. So I ask you to ask as many questions as you can. Judge the trainer, ask as much as tricky question, and I can bet this trainer Pradeep is going to be resolve that, right? He has trained more than 1,000 professionals before this workshop, right? So welcome Pradeep, all is yours now.
Thank you, Nitesh. Everybody is able to hear me? Am I audible?
Yes,
Everybody?
we can hear you.
Okay, great. Let me share my screen.
In the meantime, guys, I request you for 2 things. Please keep yourself on mute if you are not speaking, and please ask the question from audio instead of typing a chat, because it might be possible the same question other professional is having, and if you are asking the same question, so that can be resolved easily, right? And will help to understand other people as well, right? Yes, Pradeep, please start.
Thank you, Nitesh. Thank you, Namra. So first of all, good morning, everybody, and welcome to this demo session. So I will not talk about so much about the Refer Me group because it is a well-known, you can say, and Nitesh already talked about it. So let me talk about little bit about me. I have approx 13 to 14 year experience in IT industry as a quality assurance. Currently, I'm working as a technical architect in a company. And you can see this session, it is not just a session for me, it is a passion. So I'm conducting this sessions for different organizations from last 8 years, and I'm from this Refer Me, I'm connected approx from last 5 years. I provide different type of sessions regarding the quality assurance and quality control. And for example, I take Selenium for web application automations. Then I also give sessions on API. In API, I take the sessions on tool based like Soap UI, Postman, and also go for the language based automation of API like REST. So just let's start the course part. I will just go a little bit fast in the course so that you can ask the query. Everybody is able to see my screen? Yeah, please, everybody is able to see my screen?
Yes, we can.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so first of all, the course, what is this course? This course is full stack QA, or you can say it's a complete automation. So first of all, I will tell you that why we have designed this course. The reason is that today there is no, when you have a manual profile in the market, there is no value. Now people are, now you can say companies and clients and companies are looking for a profile where you have manual as well as on the automation. Now in terms of automation, they are not looking, okay, the person should be only comfortable and skilled in Selenium only. They are looking, the person should be well skilled in terms of automation, in terms of web application, as well as API, in the automation, in performance testing. So different spans, different, you can say, skills which are required for the complete automation. They are looking for that profile. So here we have designed this course from the, you can say, starting from the basic of the automation, and then we will go to the different parts of the automation, like API, JMeter, performance, different types of. So I will just talk about the course in little bit, you can say, little bit, not so much in detail. Uh, so first of all, we will start from the automation testing. What is automation testing? Advantage, disadvantage of automation testing. We will talk about this thing, so that, because when the person goes from manual to automation, trust me, this is the first question they ask, that why what is the use of automation testing? What is the advantage and disadvantage? And people still, you can say, one good question is that automation is a replacement of a manual testing, or it is just an assistant or helping hand for the manual testing? This is very, very, you can say, important question. And when we start from the automation perspective, I will start from the core Java concept. So we have taken, why we have taken the core Java in our consideration in automation. Otherwise, we can pick so many languages. There are so many languages available in the market, like Java, C Sharp, Python, Ruby, JavaScript. So many languages are available. But for the course purpose, we are considering the Java, because 80% of the market, what we can say, not exactly, but the 80% of the market of the, you can say, development is based on the Java. Still people are using for that. So we have just take this Java to understand the concept of any language. And another benefit of Java is that it is totally oops based language. So if you are if you will learn the Java concept, you will learn the Java, you can learn other type of languages like C Sharp, like Ruby, Python, other, because other languages are, you can say, the syntax part is a little bit different, otherwise the concept are same. So in Java concept, we will cover from pin to elephant. We are going to cover all the concept which are going to be helpful in automation framework. So we will cover the class concept, object, data types, constructors. I'm not talking about detail about here, but we are going to cover everything in detail. Then we are going to cover the constructors, functions. Again, I'm saying that I'm not covering, I'm not saying in the detail here, but in short, you can say different type of functions, like on the basis of type of functions, parameters, on the basis of return type, on, you can say, on the basis of access specifier. So everything is actually connected to each other. So we are going to cover everything in the detail about function. Then we are going to cover control statements, if and else, and so many statements, you can say, which we are going to use. Then we are going to cover loops. In loops, we are going to cover for while, do, while loop. Then we are going to cover collections. Collection is very, very important, not only for the Java, for every language. Collection is going to be, you can say, it is the heart of the language, you can say, and it is widely used in every, in aspect of development as well as testing in the automation. So collection we are going to cover. We are going to cover list, set, and map. Then we are going to cover exception handling. This is a part of, you can say, when you are going to learn the Java language, exception handling is a mandatory part for that. Then we are going to have file handling. Why we are going to cover file handling? When you are going to make automation, whether you are going to make a Selenium automation or you are going to API automation, in every case, we know that today there is a demand of data-driven framework. Data-driven framework means we have a bulk of data, and using that bulk of data, we are going to run our automation. So how we will keep that data? We are going to keep that data mostly in the Excel file, and we are going to pull that data from the Excel and going to use as a test data in our framework. So for that purpose, we are going to use file handling, especially Excel, but there are other type of file handling also, like how we are going to handle text-based files, simple properties-based files. So these things we are going to handle. Then we are going to cover the inheritance, abstraction, encapsulation. These are the concept. Polymorphism, these are the concept of oops based. So we are going to cover everything here. Overloading, overriding, that is widely used, we are going to cover. So in core Java, you can say we have just mentioned the topics here. Otherwise, in short, you can say whatever is needed for creating a complete automation, we are going to cover that. Okay. So then we will start from after completing the core Java language, so that everybody will comfortable about the Java part. Then we will go for the automation part. So we will start the automation from the Selenium part. In Selenium, we are going to cover the Selenium WebDriver. So Selenium is used for web application automation. So you will see whatever we have learned in core Java concept that we are going to utilize in Selenium. So in Selenium, here we have not defined, you can say, individual topics like find elements, HTML, WebDriver, weight, something like that. We have not defined it. Simply we can say in short, everything will be covered because we are going to create a complete framework. When I'm saying that we are going to create a complete framework in the Selenium WebDriver, it means a complete framework where you will start from the test cases, you will get the reporting part, everything from pin to elephant. So that's why we have not mentioned the topic here, but if you are interested, you can get it from Nitish also. So in Selenium WebDriver, we are going to use other type of helping technologies of you can say framework like Maven, TestNG, external reports we are going to use. TestNG also provides a report, but we are going to, in the market today, we need a very, you can say, a good report in terms of look and feel. So we are going to cover the extend report part also. Then after that, we will go for the SOAP-UI tool. SOAP-UI tool, I don't know whether most of you people aware about that, but SOAP-UI tool is now the, you can say, after Postman, it is the leader in the market in terms of API testing, UI tool based. So Postman actually, if you have any query that maybe you have some confusion, some doubt that if the Postman is there, why people are using this API. So Postman is just like you can say it is used for your manual testing. They provide some functionalities, they provide some features so that you can automate the little part of your automation in terms of a script. But SOAP-UI tool is also free, and with the help of this, you can not only create the script, only the small script, you can create complete automation. Complete automation means complete automation, everything data driven, parameterization, everything you can cover in the SOAP-UI tool. After that, SOAP-UI as for API automation, we are going to use SOAP-UI tool, as well as we are going to cover the rest assured. What is rest assured? Now today the demand of rest assured in the market is very high. Reason is that rest assured, as Selenium uses the Java plus Selenium concept, same as rest assured also uses the concept of Java concept. So what happens that if you are going to make an automation in rest assured, you have to use the coding part of Java. But the benefit is that in your existing company, if you are using the Selenium WebDriver for your framework, you can utilize the same framework. You don't need to create a one separate framework for API testing and one for the web application. If you are using the rest assured, everything is same. We are going to use Maven, TestNG, Extend, everything is same. So one framework can be utilized for the web application automation, and in your web application, I'm sure that your company is using the API, so you can use same framework for your API testing automation. So this is the main benefit of rest assured. Again, if you are using a language base, you have more flexibilities. And in last, we are going to cover the JMeter part. JMeter, again, we are going to cover the JMeter is very big tool. It is used for different purpose of performance testing, like it is used for web application, it is used for API testing, it is for database, FTP, so many things are. But here we are going to cover the web API performance testing part. But in API performance testing part, you can see we are going to cover every aspect of the API. So in terms of API, I want to specifically tell this thing that we are going to cover every type of API. Like in broadly, you can say we have two type of APIs. One is SOAP based API, then we have REST based API, and XML based when the communication is on the base of XML, and the second when the communication is on the base of JSON. So we are going to cover each and every aspect. So after completing this three, you can say these four main things: Selenium web driver, SOAP API tool, rest assured JMeter. We will jump into the CI/CD part. CI/CD part, maybe most of you know that GitHub and Jenkins, these are basically tools which are going to help you in achieving the CI/CD part, means continuous integration and continuous deployment. So these are the tools which are not directly the part of automation, but now we have seen that we have seen in my current company and previous company also, whenever they release a profile in the market, the requirement, they need that the person should be comfortable in the GitHub and Jenkins part. Okay, so GitHub, because everybody know that in the company we are going to work in a team environment. So if you are working in an automation framework, how you are going to manage that? So you have some good knowledge of any repository tool. For that purpose, we are going to cover the GitHub, which is widely used now. And Jenkins is, what is Jenkins? This is called build trigger tool, where you are going to create your automation framework. And now just consider that your automation is going to be used by any your client or maybe any non-technical guy. So how they are going to run that? They will open the any ID tool like Eclipse ID. No. In that case, they need a portal, and the portal they have to just click on a button and your automation will run it. It will generate a report. So this type of things we will achieve with the help of Jenkins. Other than that, whenever we create a framework, if anything is needed from the other type of technology, we will talk about in the detail. First of all, we will talk about ID. Why we need an ID? Uh, ID means it is called integrated development environment. So different type of IDs are there, Eclipse, NetBeans, and trust me, when you are going, if you have experience of 3 to 4 years experience, okay, at that time they try to judge you about the ID, because they understand that why you are using the ID. Without ID, you cannot develop a code. Okay, so what is the need, what is the benefit of ID? If you are not using, if you are using, what is the difference? So different of our IDs, we will talk about Eclipse, NetBeans, IntelliJ, and we will use mainly the Eclipse part. Then we will talk about TestNG in the detail, because TestNG, again, I'm saying that this is a inbuilt framework which is used to control the flow of execution of your automation, and we are going to utilize in rest assured as well as Selenium. Maven, we will utilize for the purpose of Maven. Maven is basically when it was developed, this Maven, you can say, this build tool, when this build tool was developed, it was initially developed for the purpose of development, but then they enhanced their things so that it can be utilized by the testing also. So you will see, I will tell you that how you can utilize the different part of Maven, like how using plugins, you can integrate your automation framework with it. Then we'll talk about Cucumber. Cucumber is will in Cucumber we will not directly talk about the Cucumber in our framework, because when we will create a framework, we cannot merge so many things in the framework, but we will create a small framework in Cucumber so that you can understand that what is the Cucumber means, what is the BDD framework, what is the utilization of BDD framework. Okay, when we talk about the BDD framework in the Cucumber, then we'll go to the robot framework. Robot framework, again, I'm saying that we will only talk about the framework. What is this framework? Because in the future, robot framework is going to be very, very popular in the market. It is robot framework is nothing. It is something from, you can say, it is using the Python language. But you don't need to learn so many things about the Python. It is also using the concept of BDD. It is using something like Cucumber. So it is something you can say emerging technology. So you should understand. So we will talk about it, but we are not going to create a framework for that, honestly speaking. We will talk about the JavaScript. JavaScript, again, we are saying that we are not going to tell about detail, but yeah, JavaScript I use. Sometimes what happens in the automation, if you are stuck, some APIs of Selenium, they are not going to work. How you understand that, how we can utilize the JavaScript, how we can utilize the JavaScript in our framework, so that if we are stuck at any point, which is not possible in the Selenium, how we can come out of that things. So in that case, we are going to take the help of JavaScript. So we will talk about then extend report. Extend report, again, I'm saying that if people are happy with the test engine report, that is okay. But now the thing is that test engine report is good, but not in terms of good and feel, look and feel. In terms of look and feel, if you want to go, you want to see some charts, some filters, some good UI, some you can say some details of every steps, overall report, dashboard, these type of things you need, which is really you can say needed. So we are going to use the extend report. Then this agile part is taken by, maybe it is mainly taken by Nitesh. He's you can say expertise on that, so he is going to take the agile. Now the last important part of our you can say syllabus is that we are going to make a project case study. Actually, this is your part. You, whatever we learn in terms of API, in terms of JMeter, in terms of Selenium, you have to create a project for you can say us. And what will, actually it is not project for us, it is for you. So it depends on you, that you want to create this framework on any website, or if you are comfortable, you can create on your own real web application of your company. But it depends on your, it depends on that how much you can say if you are allowed to use your application outside your you can say network, you can use for that your automation. Otherwise you can use any e-commerce website for your automation. So when you will submit, the benefit is that you will get the certification, you can say certificate for that. Okay, what we provide our site, I will take a one single web application for learning purpose. Okay, but if you will at the same time, when I'm training you about the web application automation, you are not rigid that you have to go with the same application. If you want to learn with your application, you can ask me question on every session. It doesn't mean that I'm taking my application, so you are you can say you are bounded that okay, you can ask me question only that application. If you are stuck anywhere in your application, what you want to take for your learning, in terms of expert, in terms of anything, any flow you are not able to automate, you can ask me. Same goes with the API automation. For API, I will provide you. I'm little bit, you can say, comfortable in development part of also. Actually, I always take interest in the Java coding. So I have created my own API. So I will provide you those API if you are interested to learn with, using those API, all the concept of your API, like get, base, post, put, update, everything. Otherwise, if you have your own APIs which you are using in your company, you can also learn and ask me question on that. So this all about, you can say, the syllabus. If you have any question, otherwise we will show you. I will show you some real things, that how practically we are going to take things in this session. Anybody have any question regarding the syllabus?
Just wanted to know about the JavaScript. How much portion are you going to cover in JavaScript?
In JavaScript, as I told you, that we are only covering the base concept, that what if you suppose anywhere in the Selenium you are stuck, and you got some stuck, and that is not you are not able to get a solution on the Selenium API. So how you can get a API from the internet? You will get it means you can search from there, but you will understand the basic concept of JavaScript, like what is document, what is windows, what is elements. So and how the Selenium provides you a function to execute those scripts. So what is the relation between these executing script function, and how you can get the you can say JavaScript from the internet, and how you can make it connected. So it is not something like that you have to learn it, you will understand it. Are you getting my point? So base concept here.
I'm going to cover JavaScript executor only, right?
JavaScript executor, people actually think about that. In JavaScript executor, what happens, you are only executing the script, but people don't know that not only one flavor is there, that you sometimes you have to pass some parameters, you are not passing some parameter, and you are not stuck with only one type of JavaScript. Like people are talking about that scrolling to is, that is okay. No, sometimes you have, in your automation, what happens, that you have to open a new window. I don't know whether anybody have faced this time as this thing, but sometimes what happens, that you have to open a window, 2-3 windows at a time. It's your requirement of your automation. So in that case, what happens, you need a concept that how you can open a window. So in that case, definitely you are going to get some script from the internet, but if the script says window.open, so what do you mean by? So I'm talking about that, I will talk about that window, open, document, element. I'm going to talk about these things. Are you getting
Okay.
my point?
Okay, if somebody willing to have more details on the JavaScript, would you be able to help with the content or material around that?
Yes, not only content. Again, I'm saying that if you have an interest, you can ask me that, Pradeep, I'm stuck here, so I want to get some JavaScript which is going to help, and you can at the same time. I don't need only the script. Can you explain with the things that how this JavaScript is going to work? For take the example, I will take the example of scroll into view. In a scroll into view function is a concept of Java, but it is not something that it comes on different type of variety. Like you can say scroll into view is a function which is a just very good example of overloading. Means different flavors comes, you can pass some parameters, you can not pass parameters, different type of things. Okay, so the main thing is that whenever you stuck, you will get some solution, you will get the explanation for that. That is the main thing. Are you getting my point?
Yes, thank you.
Yeah. And providing the docs and that is very easy thing. So that is not big deal. If you want, you will get the details of every document, but main thing, not document that you can get it from the internet also, but the main thing that if you are stuck, you get the solution with the explanation. That is the main thing, so that you can explain same thing in the interview. That this is very actually this is very good question, and I tell you that when you can utilize this in the interview, whether it is experience of 3 years or the 13 experience, they only ask in the automation, in the development, you can say everywhere they ask that have you faced any challenge and how you come out of these challenges. So you can tell that, okay, I was struggling with this automation, that in this I was not able to get a proper solution in this Selenium APIs. For that, then we utilize this script and how it is going to work out. So explanation is the main thing which is going to work for you. Okay.
Yeah, thank you. Another question I would have, that this course would be suitable for how much experienced people you think? I'm having total 10.5 years of experience. Do you think this would be suitable for me?
I think it is not. I think it will be very suitable. The reason is that if you talk about me, I have a total experience of 13 years, not exactly 13, but it is 12.8. Okay, so currently I'm working as a testing architect. So you just think about that. Now the requirement is that now I'm not only creating the, you can say, framework. I'm designing the frameworks. I'm leading the team. So what happens that I'm taking the interviews also. So what happens that if you are not well expertise on these things, actually it not only impacts your work, it actually impacts your daily life also. In terms of company, I'm seeing that reason is that suppose you have experience of 10, you are working as a lead. So what happens that your team is working on a automation framework. So how you can judge that they are you can say estimating a proper time for that. If they are stuck in anywhere, so as a lead, it's your responsibility to help them in getting solutions for that particular problem. So in short, you can say now this is not a, you can say, time in the IT industry when people say that I'm a 10 year experience or 12 experience, or I'm just a lead doesn't mean that you are going to help in terms of only the concept. You are going to help in the technical perspective also. So that is the main thing we are going to cover. So this session is not only for, you can say, this session is start from, you can say, 1.5 year experience, and it goes for 18 years. We have already I cannot count the exactly, but in roughly we can say in all our session 10 to 15% we have already trained, which have experience of 18 years. Okay, so any specific thing you want to ask in in terms of your experience?
Sorry, no, nothing specific. I just wanted to know the timings of the course.
It is you can say it is on the weekend. There will be classes of 2 hours, and it will take 5 months. But it may be happen that if you are, this is the 5 months we need. Actually, we need 5 months. Less than 5 months, that is not possible. But if there will be some situations when there will be some holidays, some leave, so it will go a few more sessions for that. But at max, it will not go 5.5 months, not more than that.
Okay, thank you.
So anybody else have any question? No, everybody is good.
So Aryan, Abhinav, Alin, Anand, Anju, Divya, Ishwar. I don't know who is by the name of Galaxy. Harleen, Jitin, Nishant, Ranjan, Rashika, Ravneet, Renuka, Rukmini, Shrestha, Siman, Subhala, Veera, Vinayak. Any question? Anyways, who has joined by the name of Galaxy A310? Please, can you tell me your name?
Hi, I'm Neha.
Okay, okay. Neha, please ping in the same WhatsApp group
Okay.
your name.
Hello.
Yeah, I'm saying that please ping in the same WhatsApp group your name.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, so guys, one thing like Pradeep said, this course will take 5.5 months, right? And people initially think that why I should go with this 5.5 months. This is a very long duration. So ideally, we finish Selenium in the same time, like 3 months, 2.5 to 3 months. So after that, you will be eligible to look job for automation, and then in parallel, we cover all other things like API, JMeter, and end of the workshop, you are a complete automation tester, which I have told you at initial, right? So this is the way, like after only a completion of 2.5 and 3 months, you are eligible to look for the job. Apart from that, we share the completion certification, which you can put in your resume, and professionals have put the certification in their resume, and they got advantage of that, right? Because Refer Me Group is a registered firm, and you get gravity in your resume when you put certification, right? So I request, if any of you have any query, please ask. Else, I mean, I share something. uh, Neha, Aryan, Abhinav, Alin, any of you have any question?
May I know course fee?
Okay, course fee, I'm coming on that. Neha,
Okay.
please, yeah, have a ping in the same WhatsApp group. Please do that. Okay, so let me repeat again. Aryan, Abhinav, Alin, Anand, Anju, Divya, Ishwar, Harleen, Jitin, Neha, Nishant, Ranjana, Rashika, Ravneet, Rukmini, Shrestha, Siman, Subhala, Veera, Vinayak. Any question, guys? Hello?
I don't have any questions as of now. Yeah.
Okay, okay. Thank you so much. So, guys, you can ask a question. I mean, if you are not comfortable, like for doing automation, right? If you are not comfortable to learn, I mean, how you can learn. So, please ask the question, because this is the forum where you have found people have joined from a multiple location, multiple background, right? And you all are here to learn automation. So, ask such type of a question. Pradeep, how? Yeah, Aryan, you want to ask something? Okay. Pradeep, can you share the same WhatsApp group where you take a class, and let them know how we proceed with the classes?
Okay, so let me share before that, because you guys are not asking questions. So let me ask one question. So, and the question is going to help you to understand that how I will proceed in terms of technical. So tell me, everybody, please, it's my request, not only in demo session, if you are continuing with the course, please interact with me. Don't try to make it a one-way communication. It should be something like debate, because debate, if there will be debate, then only you can fight for the interview. Okay, because interview is something like that. They will make questions again, question on question, another question. So try to make it as a debate, not a one-way communication. So tell me, first of all, tell me how many people have worked little bit on the Java part? Anybody?
Yes.
Yes. Yes. How many people? Yes. You say yes. Thank you. Anybody
Yes.
else? Good. So I will show. Okay, I will show you that how you can say easy. I will go for the Java concept. I will give you a little bit example. I know that Nitesh, there is shortage of time, but let me give only one example,
Yeah, yeah, sure, please.
so that you can see, because the thing is that people usually talk about the demos. They talk about the courses, everything, but they don't talk about that how they are going to proceed with the session. So that is mainly thing. You should understand that how our trainer is going to take us in the different parts of, you can say, of course, especially in terms of core Java, because reason is that rest assured, Selenium, everything is basically connected with the Java. So I'm creating a just, you can say, I'm creating a sample class. Here I'm just creating a sample class. Okay, this is already there. So let me create. student, my students. Okay, so I'm creating a class, my students. I'm creating public static void main finish. So here I'm just creating a class directly in the Eclipse, but we will go for the regular session. We will talk about that when Eclipse was not available, then how we proceed, why we use the Eclipse for that. So you will understand that actually you understand the benefit, as well as you understand that how Java works for that. Because people usually talk about that this is Eclipse open, write a coding. No, before you have to understand, you write a Java file for a coding, then it converts into some different formats. People say that okay, it is converted into bytecode, something like that. So you should understand that thing that we will cover in the regular session. Today I'm going to tell you this question is especially, you can say, people who have learned Java. So I'm just not can say that I'm not going to ask you some questions from you. I'm just telling you that how I will clear the concept if you will stuck anywhere. So in my student, I'm taking one variable. Let me create a variable int, and you can say I'm variable int id. Okay, and I'm creating another variable. You can say let me create string name. Okay, here I've created two variables. In here I'm going to create two objects. Okay, if why I'm saying that, if you are from the Java background, so that you will understand the base concept of class and Java and variables. Otherwise, if persons are not aware of Java, don't worry about that. When I will start from the base, from the txt file. You can create a Java file, then you write the different concept, use the different concept of Java to create a class. So don't worry about that. So here I'm creating one object for my class, my student, and I'm just saying that my student, and here I will say my student s1 equal to new my student. So I'm saying my student, and here I'll just make this line of code. Again, I'm saying that if you're not from the Java background, don't worry about that. So here I'm saying 3 and s1 dot, you can say name. I'm going to say, suppose take the example Raj. Okay, now I'm going to create another object. This one, this is s2. Now for s2, I'm going to put two values. For s2, let me make it not s1, this is s2. S2 dot id equal to 4, and s2 dot name, I can say KAMAL. Come on. So now I will do one thing. I'm going to make a SOP statements. This statement is basically used to print some information in your console. So for S1, I'm just making that for S1, the ID, I'm going to print it, and that we are going to print how S1 dot ID. Okay. Now same way, let me print the values for the name value for the S1. So I will say name, and here I will say name. And after that, I will print the same information for the S2. So here I will make S2. Here I will make S2. Here I will make S2. And here I will say S2. So first of all, can anybody tell me the output of this program? Try. Anybody want to tell me the output of this program?
3 Raj, 4 Kamal.
Okay, let me write it. Thank you. I'm sure that you will go very, very high in your career. Reason is that, again, I'm saying that if you will initiate, that is the main thing. In every company, you will see they are looking for a person who want to do something, who take the initiation. It doesn't matter that you know the things or not. Reason is that if you have attitude to take some initiation, it means you will learn. So thank you. I'm running it, and you will see what is the output. And I'm sure that you got the same output which you are telling, right? Is it okay? This is the same.
Oh, but S1 is not printed. Value of, okay. Yeah, I can see now. Yeah, right. Fine.
Yes. So now you have seen that this is the values you have printed, because reason is that again it is very very simple concept of Java, that this is a class, these are called the fields or the properties, and you have created two objects in two instances. It means something, you can say this class is a structure, and for this class structure you have created two instances, two representator, one is S1 and S2. For S1 you have assigned the values 3 and Ras. For S2 you assign the values 4 and Kamal. Now I'm going to make a little bit change that is very very important, you can see concept of Java. Now I'm going to say static and in the name let it be non-static, or let me make it static also. For the timing let me make it static also. Can anybody tell me now what will be the output, what change will be in the output? Anybody? Try. There
Sorry,
is
but
the,
you, what changes have you made?
I have just put this static keyword in front of the properties. So
Instead of 4, it will be 3 only. I mean, like 3 Raj, 3 Kamal.
3 Raj and 3 Kamal. Okay,
Just.
I put this static in the name also.
No, it
Oh,
would
okay,
be
fine.
for
Then 3
Kamal,
Raj,
for
3
Kamal.
Raj.
Okay, good. Let me run it and see. Okay, so this is the thing. I'm not going to, again I'm saying that I'm not going to judge you on your concept, but I just want to tell you that what is the problem when sometimes people are confused. Reason is that you go whenever you go for a session, they only talk about, okay, this is property, you use the static keyword, and they talk about the theoretical things in a way that, okay, this is static and what they mean by static. You don't try to run any examples on that, any real type of examples. And trust me, now I will tell you the secret to how you can crack the interviews. When you crack the interviews, trust me, sometimes the interviewer asks you that, can you give me the real examples? If he is not saying, in that case also, trust me, he or she is expecting something real examples. Because sometimes what happens that the person who is taking the interview, he can be a technical guy, he can be a non-technical guy, he don't understand so many things about your things, but the concept he can understand of a concept of a language, he can only understand when you give a real life example or some example that he or she can relate with his daily life or her daily life. Okay, so now answer is 4 and 4, you understand. Now can anybody explain me when I put the static, why it gives me the output 4 Kamal 4 Kamal?
So only one memory location will be allocated. So like every time I assign, like first time we have assigned the value ID is equal to 3. Again, I'm changing the value of ID to 4. So the most recent value, the ID will get replaced. That means like first ID was 3, and then in the same memory location, I'm changing the value of ID to 4. So when I say S1 dot ID, it will pick up the recent one. So since there is only one memory allocation, static means it will the memory allocation will be only once throughout the class.
Yes, exactly. Excellent. So static means here when we talk about that, when we are not putting this static keyword, there are properties ID and name. What happens that this is you explained me the exactly right thing. So let me show you how it works. Not so much time. Okay, so in simple you can say what happens that this is the whole memory. Okay, and okay, this is the whole memory, and what happens that your whole memory, this you can take the example, this is whole memory, and what happens that whenever this line is written, the line number 9 means when you are creating any object. When you are creating any object means when you are creating any instance, what happens that at same times when you are creating an object, when this line runs in the memory, actually it's occupied a space in the whole memory. So for example, it is occupies this memory, you can say this one. Okay, when this, how this memory is you can say allocated or occupied in the memory, what is the basis on that, what is the size of this memory? Again, when this line of run, actually it goes to the structure of your class and sees that how many properties are there. So it sees, okay, one property is ID, one is name. If you are not giving this static keywords, what happens that it creates memory for ID and name within the same block of S1. Okay, so this is for S1, so it will go create a, this is S1 ID, and you can say this is S1 name. Okay, simply you can say this is S1 name. So this is, you can say ID, and this is the location for NAME name. Okay, now here you can say simply, if I will say when it will run, when it will be allocated in the memory, when you will run this line of code. So now you can see after this S1 will be pointed to this one. This is first object. Okay, now again after this line will run, what will happen for S1? S1 means you are pointing to the same memory, so it will store the value 3 in this S1 memory. So it means this ID will be 3. So this value will be 3, and this name value will be Raj. Let me check. I hope it is Raj. Yes, it is Raj. So the memory here will be allocated with the Raj. Now the code will go to the next line. Again, very important things. Code execute one by one in a sequential order. I will show you that if you will change the sequence, your output will be changed. The reason is that every line when runs, it actually impacts in the you can say execution logic. Okay, then it will move to the second one. So this line only allocates the memory on the basis of this property. When it was not static, this was the case. Now it allocates S1 3, S2 name. When the condition will come to the line number 12, again it will create a memory. Just focus, again it will create a memory here. Okay, now this time again it will see. Okay, this time again we'll see, okay, this is object for a student class. Now see, it is again saying that, let me first of all remove this static so that you can understand. Okay, now it will see, okay, it will see, okay, that for S2 I have to create 2 memories within the same object, ID and name. So again it will do same thing. For ID, this is 1, this is for the name. In ID it is going to store here value, so it is for ID, it is for name. So this is the only case when your code will, which line will run, when your line will, this line will run. Simply this one line will run, and this S2 will be point to this location. Okay, only this part, not the values. Values is going to be stored when this line will run, S2.id and come. So let me put here, it will store the 4 and will store the Kamal here. Okay, so now you can see here, this is the case when it is, I have not put the static keyword. Means, so if I will talk about when you are not using the static keywords, it means every object gets the you can say individual memories for every property. Means if I will again create third object as 3, it will also get the memories for ID and name. Now think about the case when I will put static in one, or you can say in both, STATIC. So in that case, what happens when this line of code, and see, this is the right explanation, that when this line of code is going to be run, in that case, what happens when it goes for the creating first object, it sees that, okay, I have to create the memory allocation for properties. But now you can say the JVM sees, okay, one property is static, means it is shared. So now use the correct term. Whenever you are going to face an interview, use the correct term for the static. Static means shared memory locations. Means the memory which is shared by all the object, that is called static. Okay. So now it means when this line of code will run, one object will be created in the memory. So let me do one thing. In that case, what will happen? First of all, it will going to create this memory, this one, but it will make this whole square. So let me do one thing. Why don't I let me delete this part so that you can understand. Okay, now when it is the case of static, what happens? This line of code will run, it will see the property ID and name. Because ID is static, means it is shared. So what it will do, not in a specific object, out of this object in a shared location, In a shared location, it will allocate a memory. This is the shared location. It will allocate a memory for the ID. This is the memory for ID. And another property is looking into it. Another property is non-static. So I have to allocate some space within the object. So this is name. Same way. Now what will happen then when this code will run? 3 will be stored in the shared location. So 3 will be here. So 3 will be here. And it will go for the name when execution will go to the line number, this one. So put it Raj here. Now the execution will go for line number here. Again, the object will create it. S2. This memory will be created. Now again, it will see, oh, this is the shared thing. So it will check that any allocation is there already for this ID property because it is shared. Maybe some object is created. So this location is, this memory allocation is already there in the memory. So yeah, it will see, oh, ID is already in the memory. So it will only go and assign 4 in the same location. So what will happen? This 3 will be overridden by because it is stored location. So 3 will be overridden by 4. Okay, but in my case currently what I have taken name as non-static. Okay, it is non-static. It means it is not shared. So this will be stored in this location. So in the S2, if it will be shared, it will also go for the shared location. Otherwise, it will go for here. So it will be for name, and what it will store? It will store Kamal. Kamal. Now you will see, I'm going to run on the basis of this. I'm not going to make both the things as static. Now you'll see. I think you are getting the answer. Output is right. Anybody have any question?
What is the difference between what is new in Selenium 4 compared to Selenium 3?
No. I'm not getting again.
What is new in Selenium 4 compared to Selenium 3?
Actually, this new, if you are talking about, no, you are talking about the feature or you're talking about this new keyword?
No, I'm asking about Selenium 4.
Selenium, actually, currently we are only going with the Selenium 3. Okay, but I will tell you that what is the difference is that there are so many, you can say, so many, you can say, APIs are added. Okay, but what happens that when we started the Selenium, it was using the concept of servers. Okay, what was happening there in the Selenium previously? There was a concept of RC, Selenium RC. Okay, so what was that concept? Whenever you make an automation, what was happening there when you make an automation of any web application? What was the concept? That you create a script, your script actually goes to a intermediator that is called a RC server, and that RC server actually initiate request to send to the browser. So actually it was a three-way communication. Your script goes to the RC server, then it goes to the browser. Now in the Selenium 3, what happens that they have included both the concept and make it little bit fast. Whenever you are writing any script, it directly hits the browser part. Are you getting my point? So the server concept is not there, but still you are using the server concept when you are going to implement the grid part of your Selenium. Are you getting my point? So the difference is that in Selenium, starting Selenium and then Selenium 3, they have you can say remove the Selenium RC concept. Now in Selenium 3, you can directly run the things there. They have added few functions also there, like in the find element. Previously, what was happening that if you work on the Selenium API, Selenium Web API, they are using the find element function, then you have to write by dot something like that. But now they have added new you can say APIs also, new APIs like you can directly use the direct function on the basis of different type of locators. You have inbuilt Selenium find elements by XPath by ID. These are the functions. Previously you was getting the find element, then you have to pass the by dot something like that. So they have made this things, you can say, a little bit easy for that. Okay.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, so now here in the example you can see also that that if you want to if I will put this statement, let me put this statement, control, put it here, control X, and if I will put it here. So can you tell me what will the difference in the output? Is there a difference, or what will be the output? What will be the output now if I will?
Same as the first case. 3 Raj, 4 Kamal.
Okay, so again the thing is that what happens that again why I have taken this example here, reason is that when you are using the concept of static and non-static, but again the execution order always matters. You have created object, line number 9, you have assigned something for S1, you have assigned name for S1, but after that you have read the values from the memory, so it will go to the current state of the memory. In the S1 ID it was 3, so that's why you are getting the 3. After that you are going to the line was 16, then you have assigned the value s2.id, so definitely it is going to the to update the same memory locations for ID, but the thing is that you have already accessed it for the S1, so it was giving the values 3 at that time. Now if I again write this statement S1 here, it will get the 4. So whenever they ask you questions, they will try to make it little bit tricky, so you have to make sure that concept plus the execution order always matters. Okay, so in this way we will proceed. Actually you can say whenever I will may try to put any topic, any logic, I will go in detail, especially in core Java, so that that is the base for Selenium as well as for the rest issue. So anything else you want to ask?
Yeah,
Otherwise I will.
I have
Yeah,
one doubt.
yeah,
Uh, the Selenium automation, what we are doing on the web-related applications, I mean web-related.
yeah.
I got a doubt that if we make the web application, sorry, desktop application, which related to the web only, like DB is a DB for the to connect the servers databases. So it's a
Okay.
nothing but the desktop application. In the same way, if I want to test on that automation test for the desktop application, how I can do? Is it should go or not? Or
again again
what do you think?
again okay, great. Again I will say that the thing is that whenever you are going to automate, people usually talk about that we are going to work on the automation Selenium plus Java, and honestly speaking, when we are going to say that we are going to work on Selenium plus Java, 80% we have to focus on the Selenium Java part, and 20% we have to focus on Selenium part. Why I'm saying that, reason is that uh, Java is something like a language which provides you some concept, and using those concept, if there is any inbuilt library, you can utilize this properly. And what is the case of Selenium? Selenium is nothing, trust me, Selenium is just like a collection of few classes, few methods, which we can utilize to achieve our goals, you can say. Like take the example, if you want to open a browser, so what we need, there is two things. I need to write a code for that, first thing, or we can do one thing. If somebody has written any class with that function, I can call that function to achieve my things. Now come to your question. If you want to connect with the, first of all you want to connect with the database, two things happen. So maybe you want to connect with the desktop application. If you want to connect with the desktop application, Selenium doesn't provide that direct thing for that, but Java provides. Java, that's why I'm saying that Selenium plus Java is the base of the automation. And if you want to connect with the desktop application, you can take the help of other type APIs that are written in Java. I will give you the example of auto IT. Auto IT is again, the thing is that it is an API. It is a collection of classes which contains some method. With the help of those methods, you can automate any desktop application. You can interact with the, you can say any desktop application which is executable. Okay, so if you are going to connect with code, so if you are going to if you are going to connect with the code, you can use the help of if you are going to connect with the desktop application for any purpose, you can take the help of auto IT. Now again, in terms of database, now think about that. If you are going to connect with the database with only for the database, you don't need any UI for that. What happens that in Java there is a concept that is called JDBC. So with the help of JDBC, you can directly connect with the database. You have to provide your credentials in your code, and it will connect. It will, and you can execute your query. It will fetch the data from that. Okay, so it means that you want to connect with the data. You can say DB with any desktop application, like for the example, for Oracle, you can use the Oracle SQL developer for that. I don't think so it is needed. Okay, if you want to connect with the database, simply write your JDBC code. It is very, very simple. It is just code of 4 lines. Okay, so you can write it, and it will be little bit fast than you are going to connect with any tool for database access.
Yeah. Yes, sir. Thank you.
So is this the same you can see you are expecting, or your question was something different and was going in the different direction?
Uh, it's not like that. I just want to know. I just want to know
Yeah.
whatever the thing automation we're doing on the web related applications. So in the same way, if I make the application like desktop application, which is related to the web only, so how I can do the test automation test. So I just
So
want to know. That's it.
yeah, so only you can say in short, you can say only the difference is that when you're going to automate the web application, the identificator, or you can say locators in type of a web application, that is different, because in web application it use the concept of HTML. So Selenium provides the method find element, which is totally based on the locators of HTML, like ID, name, class, something like that. And desktop application, what happens? Desktop application doesn't use the HTML concept. They use the, you can say, different type of other type of, you can say, locators that are not used in the HTML, especially you can say in short that are not used in form of HTML. So locators will be different. Okay, so you can see in the internet that sometimes they try to automate the things like calculator. You want to automate, you want to work on X, your, I can give the very, very good example also, that in your automation also sometimes you have to upload or download something file. So what happens that upload and down at the time of loading and downloading, it open a pop-up of browse. That is not also a part of, you can say, web application. So if you want to automate this thing, you can take the help of auto IT also, but you can directly do it using some tricks. You can do it with the help of Selenium also. Okay, so whenever you are automating, don't think about that you are only working on the Selenium part. Selenium is just like a weapon to automate the web part. Main thing is Java. So if you are comfortable, sometimes you have to need to connect with database. It means Selenium is not going to help you. Selenium is only going to help you with the terms of browser. If you want to connect with database, Java is going to provide you some APIs. Auto it also written the Java, APIs also. Same example. If I will go with the rest assured, what anybody have worked on the rest assured little bit? Anybody have worked on anything idea about the rest assured? What are the rest assured?
No, I
Now,
do not.
okay, so I will tell you rest assured again, as Selenium libraries are written, same as rest assured libraries are written, means it's again a collection of some classes which contains some methods. So whenever you have to hit any API like rest assured, rest, or you can say SOAP, same way it provides some function, put your parameters like request, method type, something like that. It will hit the request and send you the response. So same thing. Rest assured is, so you can say something like that. It is written for web for Selenium. In the API, it is written for in rest assured. Okay, so more focus on the Java part, more comfortable with the automation. Anything else?
Yeah. Okay, sir.
Okay, anybody have any
Uh,
question? Yeah.
yeah. One
Yep.
more.
Yeah.
You have seen in the syllabus that is a robot frame.
Yeah.
I just have a doubt. I have tried on the robot frame and I have tried on the Selenium also. Yeah. So a little difference I have been observed. I mean, from the JavaScript, we are taking the element IDs, some other IDs, CSS IDs, etc., class IDs. So somewhat code reduced in this. What is the main advantage of that robot framework compared to this?
First of the main thing you can say in terms of performance, robot framework is a little bit fast. Reason is that it is using the Python language as the base. Okay, and in the Python and Java, the main difference is that when you write a code in the Java, first step is to compile it in the you can say bytecode, means there will be compilation part, and the second step is called interpreting part. Okay, but in the Python there is no compilation part. What happens that whatever code you write in the Python, that go directly go for the interpretation. Are you getting my point? So it reduced the one level, so it is little bit fast in terms of performance in comparison to you can see Java. Second thing is that robot framework, what is happening there, whenever you are going to create a framework in Selenium plus Java, so they don't provide a direct, you can say, inbuilt support of keyword driven approach. Okay, so what is keyword driven approach? You can just think about that here. Suppose it is a very good thing that what happens that just take the example of current scenario. Whenever using a automation script in your automation, so you need a file to map something like manual test case and automation, right? You need a file for that, because you write some manual test cases and you will create a script in your automation framework. Then you will create Excel file so that you can map this manual test cases mapped with this one, right or wrong?
Yeah,
Are you
yes,
getting
sir.
that? Now you will see in the robot framework, actually they have utilized the concept of BDD framework. What is the BDD framework? Actually, BDD framework, Cucumber is just like example for that, but BDD framework is something like that, where you can write your test cases in common language, in you can say in general syntax, just like you are writing some sentence in the English, you are writing these sentences, and it will run your test cases. For example, I will just give you example. Suppose how it will be good that instead of calling a function, you will say open browser. If I will write keyword open browser Chrome, so normal person can, whenever they will write this, try to understand this three words in a sentence, they will say open browser Chrome. It means they want to open the Chrome browser, right? Are you getting my point?
Yeah, yes, sir.
So you can say open Chrome browser, then you will say enter username. Okay, enter username in username field. Okay, now I will, third step I will write for login, I'm saying that enter password in password. Okay, now just think about that. I'm writing these three sentences, but if it do a magic for you, when you try to run these three sentences, actually it performs what is expected from your sentence. Mean open Chrome browser will open a browser, enter user field, username will enter the field, and the password, enter password in password field will enter the password. Do you think it is possible directly? No. Reason is that actually what happens that with the help of a BDD framework, first of all, if you are using a Selenium, you have to create these words, create these keywords. You have to write a function for this. You will write a function for every line, and then you will connect your this line with a particular function. So what happens then, when you run this line, actually behind the scene the related function runs. So this thing you have to implement when you are using the Cucumber framework. You can say BDD framework, but in robot framework, this is already implemented. They are predefined. They have provided you something, these keywords. So you will directly write this word and it will open the browser. You will write enter username. Here you will give the name of your text field. It will enter the name. You don't need to write some functions for that. So 90% things are already written in robot framework with the help of Python language. Rest of the things, if really something is missing, in that case you have to write a code in the Python. So in short, you can say it is going to cover your BDD part as well as your, you can say, your scripting part. So definitely it is very easy to understand. Anybody in your, you can say, automation script, he will see that okay, this is manual as well as automation, right, at a one place. Are you getting my point?
Yes, sir. Eh, Thank you.
So anybody else?
Anyone else having any question? Pradeep, in a short, can you please share the WhatsApp group where we conduct the workshop, and those people can just take a glimpse how we conduct the workshop.
Okay. So, so what happens that what is the unique thing we provide here? When for every batch we conduct, we create a group here. You can see I'm just putting the name RMG. So we will see for every batch, whenever we are conducting any batch, you can see we create a group. This WhatsApp group. What is the benefit of this group? What happens that if you are taking the classes on weekends, only Saturday, Sunday. So the thing is that, but it doesn't mean that you are only learning in the weekends. You are learning in the weekdays also. So if you are stuck somewhere, you can connect with me. You can connect with the actually connect with the whole group using this WhatsApp group. You can bring your queries here. Same times, what is happening there, how we are going to utilize this group. Sometimes what happens that if you are make a query here, so I will motivate it, and you can say people will be motivated to answer, other person will try to answer your queries. So actually in this way they will learn. What unique things we provide, that in the most of the online session you have seen, they provide you video recording also, but they provide you once you have completed the course, and you can say it, if it is taking the 5 months 6 months after, they provide you the recording. But here we are providing the recording on the same day. Not even you can see that recording, you can download. Are you getting my point? So same day, when suppose today I have started a session at 11, and I have binded the session at 1. So at 1:10 the recording will be in your local machine, you can download it. So the thing is that if you have missed something, you can see it again. So the benefit is that you are not dependent on that you have missed something on your weekend, so you cannot practice on rest of the days. So we provide the recording on the same day, that is main thing, and that is open for download also. So you can create your library and you can utilize it. uh, you can see here, I can show you that if you have any, you can say any problem, any issue, any concern, technical or non-technical, you can ping me here also. Okay, so for example, you can see they are asking for recordings also. You can see they are asking some queries also. So we have batch, this weekend batch, weekday, this is full stack queue, this is for engineering, this is our latest batch for engineering. So here you can see, with the help of this batch, actually we keep connected with the batch and the guys. Nitesh, you want to say something?
Yeah. So, guys, let's come to the point. I mean, this is about to end of the session. Anyone have any query? Please ask. Okay. So, let me share my screen here. Something I have to show.
Uh,
Yeah.
can you just repeat one more time, like what are the topics covered, like API testing, automation, and what else will be covered?
Uh, yeah, let me show you again. I think my screen. So base main, we are going to cover Selenium WebDriver complete framework. Complete framework means everything which is related to the framework. TestNG Maven, I'm not going to say TestNG Maven extend report, something like that. Everything. Soap UI tool. Soap UI tool we are going to cover. This is a tool, and then we are going to cover rest assured with complete framework with all type of APIs, get, post, rest, soap, both type. And JMeter, we are going to cover this part. So basically there are 4 pillars: Selenium, SOAP UI, rest assured, and JMeter. Other than that, we are going to cover GitHub and Jenkins and other technology you can see here, whichever is needed in the framework.
So, any project, live project, or only the concepts will be taught, or the project also will be given?
No, no. Again, I'm saying that's why I'm saying, because what happens that I have created my own you can say web application. I'm going to let me show you that thing, because the thing is that I want to make you everybody on the same page, because when we are going to pick a topic, everybody should on the same page. But what happens that you are not, you can restricted that you have to use the same application what I'm using. You can pick your own application. On the basis of that own application, you can on the same time, means today I'm picking some topic, on same day you can practice that thing in your own application. So you can ask me query on the same thing again. I told you in the starting of this demo that you have to submit your case study. So it depends on you. If you are free that you want to work in your own, you can say in your own company web application or APIs, you can do it. Otherwise you can pick any e-commerce website, because if you are using the e-commerce site, that are mainly very challenging. Okay, so in real, you can say I have created my own application. Let me show you. So I'm going to make this run. Otherwise, if everybody in a whole batch, if you want to suggest any live application which you want to pick from the internet, you can tell me. Otherwise, this is my web application which I've designed to cover all the topics. Are you able to see this one?
Yeah.
So actually I've designed this purpose so that you can get everything at a single place. For example, you can see this is a form, upload image. If I
So
click on, you can
I
say,
mean to ask the framework creation is taught or not. So that is what my
yes.
question.
I'm saying that all the framework part will be done using this web application. So first of all, we'll cover all the basic topics like cover Java, then Selenium, and then we'll start the complete framework. So let me show you that you can understand the thing is that. Are you able to see this framework? Let me show you. Are you able to see this Ankita project automation? Okay, here you can see we have created a framework where in which we have, let me show you the structure also. Not so much because I cannot show so much, but yeah, you
Yeah,
can see.
it's so basically TDD, right? Not BDD. So
No,
Cucumber.
no, PDD we are not going to cover here. PDD because here we are going to because this session is for everybody from 3 years experience to at last. Okay, but yeah, other than that, we will show you the small framework of the BDD also. Let me show you. Okay, separate from that, I don't want to mix all the things here because here if I will mix everything here, it will be more complicated, and for 3 to 18 at least you have to tell that which type of framework you have created. So Cucumber is something like that you can add on easily. So let me show you. Are you able to see this one, my Cucumber framework?
Yeah.
Yeah, so what happens that suppose I've created this framework which is the page object model, and I'm using the data driven part there. That is the complete framework which is demanded in the market. But yeah, sometimes if people are looking for the Cucumber framework, you can easily accumulate this concept there. Two things are there, especially in the Cucumber framework. One is called your step definitions and your whatever keywords you are writing. So you can see here we have to focus on this thing that suppose this is your steps. Okay, this is actually your test case. So what is the different only in, you can say, Cucumber and in the general test cases which you are writing in your using your TestNG framework. What happened that here we can say we are writing this function like add, right? So you are able to see that here in the Cucumber we are going to use this keywords when then this is actually the concept of, you can say, BDD, that you are if you are getting something when then validating something. These are the some you can say part, the structure which is basically used by the Zirkin language. Okay, so Zirkin language which are using. So here we are using the Zirkin language to make a mapping. As I told you, the Cucumber is something like that where you have some functions, you have some keywords, you have to make a mapping for that. So you can see here, this is just like a mapping framework. This is a function. Okay, so this function, suppose take the example, this function is going to let me show you if I have something something other than. Okay, take the example of this one. Here I've written this function open application with Chrome. Okay, this is a function. Okay, but this function, how this function is going to be called in your automation framework. Okay, two things, sir. If you are not using Cucumber, you will call this function directly, right? It will call this function and open a Chrome browser, right, for you? Yes or no?
Yeah.
Okay, but in the Cucumber, what is the big you can say main advantage? Here we are going to call this function, but not directly. We are going to call this function with the help of this keyword. Okay, so you can see it is just written in a, you can say, more human readable format, that it is open Chrome browser and launch the Facebook application. So how the integration point, that is the main thing, that what is the integration point? Integration point is this one. Okay, so you will see I have created this function, I have created this annotations here, so that whenever anybody will call this keyword in their automation, automatically this function will be called. So for example, let me show you. In the feature file, you can see here, this is the feature file. Feature file actually work as a test cases file. So let me open it. And you will see that these, I'm calling these keywords open Chrome. I'm not calling this function directly. So in general page object model or something like that, you are actually, what is you are doing, you are creating a functions, you are calling those functions. But in the Cucumber, what you are doing, you are creating some functions and you are creating a mapping with the keywords, and every time you are calling the keywords. Are you able to see this one? This is your test case. Are you getting here? So here what
Yeah.
we are doing, so here you are seeing somebody in your team, what will happen, that what is the main advantage? Once you have created your, once you have, people actually says that Cucumber is a BD framework. No, actually this is not a right statement. Cucumber is not a BD framework, because if it is a BD framework, there should be a, you can say, inbuilt keywords there. No, Cucumber is actually going to help you in creating a BDD framework. How? Because with the help of Cucumber Zirkin language, you can create your own keywords. in this way, and you create some functions which are going to be mapped with it, and then other persons in your team, simply they will call this function. They will not understand okay how it is working, but the person who has first time written the mapping of this keyword with the function, they will understand. Are you getting my point?
Yeah. And one more query I have is like with respect to the API, it's only the rest assured, right? Like only the automation part you will be teaching, not like Postman manual or Postman automation, no, right? Only rest assured automation.
No. Again, I'm saying that Postman is. I don't know why people understand that Postman is very very good tool. If you're in comparison to Postman, I'm going to cover SOAP UI tool. You know SOAP UI tool?
Yeah, but so PUI is old, right? Like nowadays, everyone are using Postman only. So, like
Uh,
you'll be. Mhm.
yeah, so I will tell you that I don't know why people have this type of confusion in the market. I don't know. Maybe there's some reasons are there, but what happenings there? So base tool actually, which is you can say Postman is just like a drop in the ocean, and Soapy a big picture of that same Postman. In Postman, what you are doing actually, people are what you are doing. They are using this Postman to configure some queries. Some you can say your their API configuration like URLs, then they put some method times, some small script, but you cannot create a complete automation. Can you create a data driven whole framework in the Postman?
I'm not sure.
Not sure, because the reason is that people, what is happening that uh, what happened basically, Postman was provided actually. Nowadays they have you can say they have got so much, you can say, progress in their you can say in their development. Otherwise previously when it was launched, it was just like a plugin of a Chrome browser, right? You can add on a plugin, and then with the help of plugin you can, what you do, you can make a testing of your APIs. But Soapy is when it was developed, it is you can say tool which is developed to not only the manual part, the automation of your framework. So if you want to go with the automation, Postman is not a good tool. Okay, in that case you have to take the help of Soapy, and Soapy is again a free. Okay, and if you'll go to paid version that we are going to cover also, what happens that if you'll go search, I don't you belongs to which geographical area of India, or you are outside from India?
I'm from Bangalore.
Okay, so maybe if you will see, or you are getting the profiles, you are getting the requirement for SOPI Pro, they are going to pay, so you can say very very high package for that. If you go especially in UK and US, they are hiring the people for the SOPI. They are hiring people for the SOPI Pro version as well as for the Ready API version. But here we are going to train with the people in the SOPI free version. So whatever you can achieve in the Pro version, you can achieve with the help of SOPI free version. So Postman is something like that. That is not a proper, you can say you cannot present as a skill. Okay, I have no. Postman is just like you can say just like a small tool with the help of you can, if you want to make some basics testing of your API, you can perform that. Otherwise this is not a tool where you can say okay, I can automate the whole things with the Postman. No, but with the help of SOAPI you can actually see whatever you can achieve in the rest assured, you can achieve in the SOAPI. It is a big picture. Okay,
Okay.
that's why if somebody says that "Yeah, I want to learn the Postman also," trust me, Postman is just like a session of only 1 day session. In 1 day you can cover everything in the Postman. Okay.
Hello, Pradeep.
Yeah.
Alin there. So,
Yeah.
Pradeep,
Yeah.
I have a different requirement. Apart from, can we have a very basic overview about database testing and some DevOps concepts?
No, in this because again we have designed this course already. It is a 5 months, so we are not going to cover in the DevOps part, but we are going to cover the CI/CD parts. CI/CD parts we are going to cover the Jenkins and repository parts. DevOps we are not going to cover because DevOps is very very big, and you
Okay,
can say
so not DevOps word. So two things. I mean, I'm expecting one is integration of Jacoco, the code coverage part, at least the basic what it is and what it does, how it works. That's it. And about something about database testing.
Database testing, actually, again, in database of testing, again, you can say, if you want to make a performance testing of database, I will suggest you JMeter. That is easy to use. If you want to go for the functional testing, trust me, for the functional testing, people still use the JDBC part. Means you have to write a code in the Java, and you can go to the functional testing part. You can say mainly for that.
Mm, okay, but I just want to know that what exactly this is all about, because as per my experience, I worked upon NoSQL and SQL DBs, the schema mapping, how the data, I mean, queries are getting performed. But I still feel that okay, it's something that I am missing. What exactly it is when they say
No,
that
no.
design a
Yeah,
functional database testing?
yeah, I got your point. I got, but that yeah, I got your point. I'm not going to cover that part. You are talking about the database part, that how indexing. There are so many concepts that works behind the database. Like if you are working on the NoSQL, the concept is totally different. If you are using the SQL based database like Oracle, something like that, you can say concept is totally different. So here we are not going to cover that database testing part. Uh, okay.
Okay, okay, fine.
Because actually that is no, you will say actually that is not a topic, that is a itself complete syllabus. Because when you go to the NoSQL, you have to at least pick one any database like MongoDB, something like that. Okay, so if you will pick some database, then you have to understand the database MongoDB, then you will go to a NoSQL concept. In the same way, yeah.
Don't go in the detail, but just can you tell us, okay, for a beginner, what it is all about and what should be tested? That's it.
Okay, if you are expecting a session, a small session like for half hour session, that is I cannot commit, but that is possible, but more not more than that.
Only that much, Pradeep. Only that much, Pradeep, because rest all, I mean, people be done by doing, but at least to know that, okay, this is what needs to be done when somebody is asking you to go for database testing. Other than data authenticity, that, okay, whether data is present is valid or not, corrupt or not, that is one thing. Just the basic, okay, this all note point that should be covered. This is what database testing is all about. That's it. Not more
Yes,
than
yes.
15 to 20 minutes. What
Yes, yes, sir. That is okay. That is okay. Because again, I'm saying that database testing is not a single concept.
I know.
Performance testing is totally different. Again, when you talk about the SQL database, NoSQL database, again, the thing is totally different. Okay, if you're talking about RDBMS database, they use the different concept. Actually, when you're talking about that, you have to actually go into the detail of the schema structure, indexing. That is the main important part, because indexing is the base when you are going to search any data in your database, whether it is the example of RDBMS or it is an example of a new SQL. What happens that searching is mainly important, right? Because mainly what happens that in your application, you mainly search for the data, it loads for the data. So how your data is going to search, that is totally based on indexing. So how indexing is implemented in the databases, that is that you have to test that thing. So
Okay.
there are so many things. Are you getting the point?
Yes, yes, yes. I'm getting your point.
And how you are going, how you are going to, as an architect, I can show you that how you are going to create your database, how you are going to create your primary keys, how you're going to create your foreign keys. That is also going to create a impact on your performance. Sometimes happens that you create the foreign keys, something like that, you something ID and same key is going to be work as a foreign key in other table. But now the thing is that you are going to use the composite keys, right? Composite, with the help of composite keys, actually you try to make the filter a little bit fast in terms of searching. So many things actually. So it is not just a topic, it is a, you can say, complete profile. Are you getting my point?
Got it.
Okay,
Got it.
but what happens that when we are going to cover anything, if you have something related, we can spend some time on that. But again, I'm saying that I'm not committing that I'm going to spend so much time on that.
No,
But
no, not that time, Pradeep, just the basics. That's
yeah,
it.
sure,
What it is.
sure,
So,
sure, sure, sure.
Pradeep, I guess if anyone has any more questions, so one, actually we have started by 11:15 and it's at 12:45 now, already 1.5 hours approximately. So guys, we can take one more question if any of you are having. Otherwise, let me share something. Anyone have any question? Okay. So first of all, I seriously appreciate that we have started this workshop and around 30 people were there and now 16 has been left. So 50% has gone, which means I'm not sure how many of you are serious, but at least you have stayed till end of the demo, which means that you are looking something in your career, right? And honestly speaking, I really appreciate that you guys are serious, at least in the demo. right? I'm not sure you will continue or not. If you are continuing, then it is you will see what kind of a workshop we do, and that is the reason on Google you can go and check our reviews. That's a 323 reviews are there, right? Any of the trainer you will not found any good review there apart from a few of the trainer, right? And they charge high, right? So I show you, let me share my screen. Right here you will see what kind of reviews we have, right? Mira and this one, great session, informative, right? I mean, you can go and check, right? And good part is that 4.8 rating we are having out of 324.
Nitesh, you are, sorry to interrupt you, are sharing the screen?
Yeah, I'm sharing my screen. Can you see?
No, I'm not able to see.
For others, can you see my screen?
Yeah, it's visible.
Okay,
Okay.
like Rashmi has mentioned, full stack, which covers all the topic. It's a good experience, right? In a similar way, on a WhatsApp group, you will find he has attended Bharat, our 2 session full stack and RPA value for money strongly recommended, right? Some similar like that. Now coming to the workshop, this is going to be a weekend workshop, right? And the timing we will decide on the basis of the participants, correct? Now coming to a workshop fee. So guys, one comparison which I have made here, if you go and learn Java plus Selenium, so the workshop fees is around 9,000 JMeter, 7,000 API, 4,000 people charge CI/CD and Agile. If I compare then to 2,000, around 24,000 this complete course comes, right? Which take again 4 to 5 months to complete all these courses individually. Here we have kept the workshop fees is 20,000 for 5 months. It will be weekend classes, course completion certificate will be given to you, recorded videos. Apart from that, we have declared one early bird, that is a discount of 3,000 rupees if someone is doing a registration today, and minimum registration charge is 5,000 rupees, right? And apart from that, we are giving 5,000 additional courses free if you are registering today. Those courses are which we sell individually on to our group or on Udemy and or our social media. We sell these courses. That's investment banking, that's a complete workshop of 12 hours, 12,500 rupees. ISTQB foundation, that's a 1,500 rupees. And Scrum Master, 6 videos that we sell on 2,000 rupees. So these courses are free if you are doing a registration today. Now coming back to the same here, like so it will be overall 5,000 rupees additional courses will be given, 3,000 rupees discount. So 8,000 rupees is discount and 20,000. Overall, the course will come to you 12,000 rupees, right? First installment, which anyone can register by today. And these benefit will be given to the people, right? So it was all about the workshop. Any question, any doubt to ask? And you can pay in 3 installment.
So Nitesh, it's gonna be 17,000 in total, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. So Aryan, Abhinav, Alin, Anand, Divya, Jitin, Neha, Nishant, RK, Ranjana, Renuka, Rukmini, Shrestha, Subhala, Trivin, Veena. Any question, any doubt? Okay, so I guess there is no question, no doubt. Guys, just one request. I mean, I'm not sure if you are continuing or not continuing, that's okay. But please upgrade yourself, because manual testing, honestly speaking, I'm having close to 15 years of experience into manual testing. I mean, into a testing, I have started my career and now as an agile coach. So I have seen that manual testing, I'm not saying it is out of the market, but on only on the basis of manual testing, if anyone is in dilemma that I will get a job, I'm so sorry to say, very rare opportunities are coming. Only the automation they are asking now. Out with automation, people have started asking AWS, cloud computing, Azure, and so many things they are asking, right? So please upgrade yourself. I mean, if you are comfortable, go with the Udemy, and even don't invest on Udemy. Go with the YouTube. Lot of free videos are available, but please upgrade yourself, right? Why we go for any training institution? Because we want to regularize ourselves. Plus, we can get connect with the other professionals. Third, with any of the training institution, not about others, but with a refer me group, you will get a lot of job opportunities, which we get directly from a consultant or HR, which we share in our group, right? So that is advantage with you, and you will, apart from that, you will get a group of around, let me show you, there is a one group that's refer me in. Here, this is our core group where people who have done in the previous workshop, so they are added here. Around 150 people are there who help to each other to get the job. Here, if I scroll down, you will see lot of openings, lot of which we share, right? Correct. So this was all about the workshop. This was all about the demo. This was all about the workshop fees. I'm closing this session here. And first of all, thank you so much, Pradeep, for your wonderful time. Ranjana, you have something to share?
Yeah, I wanted to ask instead ISTQB if somebody has already done. In
Mhm.
that case, is it possible ISTQB instead that you can share ISTQB Agile or maybe around Safe HLS?
Oh, Safe Agilist course is Ranjana is very costly. That is cost around 45,000 rupees certification, right? So there is a video on our YouTube channel. You can go and refer that. So there is a complete detail about Safe Agilist is there, so you can get the details. Uh, Apart from that, ISTQB Agile, which I need to check with the management. Yes, we can share, but that I need to check with the management. I don't, right now I cannot commit anything because we do ISTQB Agile as well, as we have a affiliation with the Indian Testing Board, right? So guys, any more question? Anything else to ask?
Thank you, Nitesh. So we can get in touch with you on the WhatsApp, right?
Yeah, yeah. You
For
can,
further formalities.
correct. So, so closing the session here again, guys. Please upgrade yourself. This is a
May I
very,
know your name, please?
my name is Nitesh Renuka.
Okay, fine. Thank
Yeah.
you.
So please upgrade yourself because after COVID and after in January, lots of jobs are coming into the market which were on hold because of the COVID. And the important part is that now companies has realized people are more comfortable to work from home. So the locations are open, which means from Bangalore you can search job for a Gurgaon. From Gurgaon you can search for job for Chennai, for any location, right? Because work from home has been promoted nowadays. So the market is going to open, and this is the time to upgrade yourself. And all the best for your career. And thanks a lot for joining. Have a wonderful day. Stay home, stay healthy, stay safe. Take care. Bye bye. Thank you, Pradeep.
Thank you, Nitesh. Thank you,
Bye.
everybody.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.